You ever record a whole video and then before you even get to the editing process, you feel like you didn't do your best, so you record another one? Yeah, me too. Welcome everybody to my September challenge of uploading 30 videos in a row for every day. Today we're going to be playing Marvel Rivals, and man, let me tell you, there is a lot of changes that's coming to Season 4. We're getting two new rivals, one being Angela, which I think she's dropping first, and then the second one is going to be Daredevil. Even with that, we have a plethora of buffs and nerfs that are rolling out. I have my select few that I wanted to cover for today. So starting with everybody's number one ban, Black Panther. So Black Panther is actually getting a nerf. His reduced bonus health gain when striking the vibranium mark is now getting nerfed from 30 down to 25, and then on top of that, his base health is reduced from 300 to 275. So I think that's gonna make it to where he caps out at like 325 for the bonus health if he hits both of his marks. So I feel like with that, I mean, we'll see. Every Black Panther main that I've seen, it seems like it doesn't affect them. They're still gonna play Black Panther anyway, so we're gonna see how well that does. One thing that I was actually really excited for was the Thor buffs. So Thor's actually getting a movement speed during his ult. The movement speed is being increased from 600 to 700. So whenever you're going through and trying to get people in the middle of that, you're able to move a little bit quicker now. And then after his ability lands, there's actually a stun that lasts for a second. And I think that that's going to be amazing also when they introduce Angela, because he's going to get a team up where he actually gets a spear and he's able to lunge forward. So Thor players are going to be a lot more aggressive coming out this next season. Top of that, Strange actually got a small buff and a small nerf. They reduced the Maelstrom of Madness cooldown from 8 seconds to 6, which I feel like 8 was way too long. So we're going to see how that feels. And then on top of that, he's reducing his base health from 600 to 575, which is not too much considering the fact that he gets that 2 extra seconds off of his Maelstrom cooldown. So it might actually make up for that. Now, for me, this is probably who I'm going to be maining for the next season, Magik. So, with Magik, she's getting the removed anchor buildup of 15% damage boost, but on top of that, her slash charge is being reduced from 1.8 to 1.2, massive. Her magic slash now pierce enemies and reduce the stepping disc cooldown per 1 second per enemy, so she's going to be a lot more annoying. The soul sword damage is increased from 65 to 75, and then her Eldritch World damage is increased from 45 to 50. Her damage range per hit is increased from 18 to 20, and then her normal melee damage is increased from 30 to 40. And then during her ultimate, Eldritch Whirl hit damage increased from 35 to 45, and then the Umbral Incursion damage from 135 to 140. She is getting a massive overhaul. So I feel like if you suck at Magik, if you don't know Magik, I feel like now is definitely the time to do that. If you don't know Thor, now is the perfect time to get on to know Thor, because I know that them two are probably going to be the ones that's running the next season, and it's going to be basically you use them or you ban them. So then with the two new heroes that are dropping, we're getting Daredevil. I think Daredevil is actually going to be coming mid-season, and Angela, the one that gives Thor the power-up, she is an Asgardian Vanguard. There's a little bit of drama on Twitter about whether or not Daredevil should be a DPS or not. He hits people. Like, let's be real, he's gonna be DPS. So I feel like with that, we're gonna have a lot of different interesting changes that's coming this season. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I feel like it's really gonna give that game a shakeup that it needs, because I feel like it's still heavily healer based, to where if your healers aren't doing a good job, you're going to lose. So we do need that little bit of extra damage to be able to take out those good healers. For those of you who have been following me and watching my videos, you know that I've actually mained Mr. Fantastic. I didn't see any changes for him, but I also didn't get a chance to read through all of the release notes. I just saw the first couple ones that interest me and picked those just to keep the video short and sweet. I'm still probably going to go through and review that. I do know that there's actually 2 more nerfs. I'm not exactly sure what the nerfs are, but one of them being Luna Snow. And then the other one being Emma Frost. So the only reason I know about those changes, if you are on the Marvel Rivals community, a lot of the people go through and kind of dissect the patch notes themselves. So even with this, I am, I believe, currently Diamond 1. After I got Mr. Fantastic Lord, unfortunately, I went on a giant losing streak. You see, and I stopped playing, man. It took me a little bit. I sat there, I played quick match the entire time, so I was over it. I couldn't do it. Yeah, so I think it was this game right here in Central Park. I was maybe 2 points away from being Grandmaster. And boy, howdy, did they do me dirty, bro. I lost back to back, and I was trying everything in my life to win. I could not do it. And you can even see just from how much rank up points that I lost that I was trying, man. I was trying. We just couldn't get nothing going. So I took a break from competitive, played a couple matches here and there, but I'm still not even close. I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm back down to 55, and I was at 98. So yeah, I definitely took a big step back. So I'm probably not going to be playing a game today, but I'm probably just going to be talking a lot about Magic. So with all of her buffs, I feel like now would definitely be the time to get into her. And before we even, all the people starts hoarding and trying to, just play the best people out there. Quick note to remember with Magic, you have to be aiming to the right side of the people, so that way you make sure to get that hit off. That was something I definitely overlooked when I first started playing Magic, and which is why I struggled with Magic. Let's be real, I could not aim for nothing. But also, on top of that, being able to land her combos and being able to land them efficiently. I feel like a lot of people use her left trigger or her slash attack, and they don't charge it up all the time. Or if they do charge it up, they're not aiming properly or whatever they do. I feel like with her being strong this season, I feel like now is definitely the time to get into that practice lab, man. Just sit there, practice all the combos, and, just do your best. Now, also, with Thor, Thor's base kit, he's not really getting too many changes from what I see. But I think once he gets that spear, Thor is going to be a problem, buddy. Probably going to be the 2 people that I focus on for this upcoming season would be Thor and Magic. And then there's also one more secret buff they put into that. So with Wanda, if everybody knows every Wanda main, whenever they, yeah. So one, I don't think that they're increasing the range for Wanda. However, they are making some changes to her ult. So now her ult sucks hitting people, and it's pretty much anybody that's in that range. It's a guaranteed kill, regardless of what health that they're in, regardless if they're being healed, regardless if they're in the ult or whatever. So if Wanda ults, run, literally. So it's definitely going to be a lot of changes, and I feel like it's going to be really healthy for the game. Mix it up. I feel like it got real stale real quickly. I feel like Blade just kind of came and gone. I don't feel like Blade was really that impactful as everybody would like him to be. Even with the anti-heal and with the lifesteal and everything, I'm really hoping that Blades kind of gets a rework a little bit. I'm not exactly sure what I would like to see. I think that his lifesteal should be a little bit stronger to where basically he should be winning 1v1s if he has that lifesteal. And just in my opinion, I feel like it should take a minimum of 2 people to take out Blade, but in 1v1s he should excel because it just doesn't feel like he does. I feel like I've seen a lot of decent Blade players, but I haven't really seen any like great Blade players, and it's mainly because whenever they go off and they take these 1v1s, he just gets bullied, bro. Like he genuinely gets bullied, and it is so sad to see them do my man like that. However, with his ult, I feel like he's supposed to be more of a, not of a team player, but more of a flank player. You know, he's using his gun, picking off people, you know, from the distance, and then going in and diving in front of the tank, so that way he's taking health away from them. I feel like that's the way that it looks like he's supposed to be played, but it just doesn't work out in theory. Great on paper, terrible in theory. The other person I was also thinking about getting into was Hawkeye, because with that...
Double KO!
Please, give me a challenge.
That's 3! Wow, 4 in a row! 5! That's amazing!
Triple shot. We got company.
Yeah, so I've been working on my Hawkeye a little bit, but I feel like it's definitely going to be more of those people where you have to be a lot more accurate, and you're going to need something to be stopping Angela. I feel like Angela is going to be the one of the biggest problems this season, because one, it looks like she has a constant ability to just fly around. She's going to be bullying Iron Man, where we can just counter pick for Iron Man now. We don't even have to ban him. Like we don't have to ban Hulk and Namor, or use Hulk and Namor to kill Iron Man. I feel like getting Angela, you should be dominating this guy. So Human Torch, Iron Man, Ultron, she's basically anti-air built into a kit, and she's not restricted to the ground. I feel like that is a true definition of anti-air. Somebody that can fly. It doesn't look like she's too dominant on the ground, but I'll have to, you know, look a little bit more into her kit. But it looks like she's going to be really strong this season. I'm going to be probably taking a step back from the DPS role from ranked, because I feel like I'm at that point where I have to learn another lord, or another rival, and I have to get good with it. You know, if I want to be able to counter pick the way that I want, if I want to be able to play the way that I want, then I'm gonna have to be doing something. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be spending a lot of time probably looking through YouTube videos and different kits and see where the strong points are. But I'm really leaning heavily towards those three, you know, Thor, Magic, and Hawkeye. I don't think Hawkeye got touched. Hopefully, I'll go through and do a little bit more research and see. But that's at least what I'm hoping for. But let me know what you guys are thinking about the new Marvel Rival changes that's coming in. Let me know what rivals that you guys are using, you know, who should be nerfed, who should be buffed, who shouldn't be nerfed or be buffed, you know, who should be a DPS instead of healer. I feel like that whole Daredevil conversation is just definitely weird, bro. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to check out the next one. You know, today was kind of a light day. I had a really long day at work, so I really just wanted to cover the patch notes, talk about a lot of the interesting points. Yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and make sure you tune back in to here for the next one. Who knows, you guys might get an extra video this week. We'll see. But I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.